If this is your first time on the channel, you are highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, we're talking about the dark side of spirituality, the underworld. I want us to know more about the underworld and what the dark side really means. Okay, today is going to be a long section, or rather a long live chat. I want people to be on this chat, and I want it to be much more interactive. Also, I told you guys earlier on that I'll be doing this from every Sunday around this time, but I am still getting new to this YouTube stuff. I don't really know how to schedule, but I will try to learn how to schedule the meetings so that people can have the notification before time. Then when I fix the time, they will join up so I can have more people on the live chats. Okay, so I'm very happy to see you guys today. For those that will be online, I'll be going through some very deep topics today, and I want you to bear with me. You are also free to ask questions about the topic and general questions on spirituality, with special focus on African spirituality, of course, so that we can get more clarity and understanding to present issues. Before I will start, I want to talk about something. There are some people, scammers, that have been lurking on my channel. I have noticed them on the comment section. There is this person from Nigeria using a Nigerian number. When people ask for my contact details or people comment on my channel, this person will be writing his message under. He's trying to divert people that are trying to make contact with me to himself, calling himself Dr. Sam, one bloody scammer from Nigeria. He's giving people his phone number that is trying to impersonate me. This person is trying to impersonate me to get to defraud people. So please, I want to put a warning on this very video, and also I'll be putting my numbers on the phone, on the channel. This is the reason why I always start putting my numbers on the channel, so that when you come to my channel, you want to contact me, you can have my contact details, and you know exactly how to reach out to me. Okay, so I'll be putting my numbers there. I don't use Nigerian number. Okay, I don't use Nigerian number. You need to know this. Even though that I am from there, I use a UK number. Okay, my number is +447426058045. Everybody know my number. Okay, motivational mommy, welcome to the live chat. I'm happy to see you here. So please, if you see any Nigerian number on my comment section, anybody trying to divert, just know that that person is a scam. Please report that person and block that person. I don't use Nigerian number. I only use a UK number, and I have only one phone number. Okay, same phone number I use for contact, same phone number I use for my WhatsApp. That is the number I use. Okay, it's a UK number, it's not a Nigerian number. Okay, it's always under my channels. So this person, I don't know, he has been doing a lot of damage. It's like he's monitoring me. This person used to be on my WhatsApp group. I have kicked them out. Now it's coming to my channel, trying to learn African spirituality to attach themselves. This is one of those vampires, and this person will soon meet their demise. He's going to become a cripple before the end of this year because he has done a lot of damage. We have this kind of bad people in spirituality. When they see that you are doing something good, trying to help people, trying to explain to people, these are evil people, evil spirits in human form. What they do is that they want to just come to you and destroy whatever good thing you are doing. They are seeds of destruction. Today we are going to be talking about them today on this live chat. I'm going to be talking about the dark side, okay? The dark side of spirituality. Evil is part of nature. So once you identify evil, the best thing quite naturally is to neutralize it. Don't feel sorry for it. Don't contain it. Don't accept it. Just try to neutralize it as much as possible, especially if this thing is trying to disturb you. If this thing is trying to cause problem in your life, you neutralize it. Okay, so this is what we need to know about it. So please, if you see any other phone number on my channel comment section, especially with people talking about how to contact me, we just rush and put his number. They'll tell them you can contact him through this person, this bloody person called himself Dr. Sam, this maggot. Ignore the maggot, report the maggot to me, and the maggot will soon be uh, disappeared. Okay, so with that being said, let us proceed for the topic of today. Today, I will be talking about the dark side of spirituality. Why is spirituality called the dark side? This is something that we need to know, and it is something that is very easy to explain. If you notice ancient times when people practice spirituality, when they call themselves the left hand path or the dark side, why is it always the dark side? Why is it not the light side? In fact, spirituality have been demarcated into two sides. We have people that say they are sons of light, the white lodge, children of the white angels, they are celestial deity. They represent light. They say that anything in darkness is evil. They don't want to touch darkness. They don't want to do anything dark. That anything from that aspect is evil. Why is this demarcation? This demarcation can be attributed to many reasons. Um, it is due to the fact that people that have been practicing spirituality and also these so-called religious bodies, there are many of them want to control people. Okay, there's a big difference between religion and spirituality. Religion is simply crowd control, mind control, crowd control, creating, gathering people together for the essence of socialization and diverting their authentic spirituality to something else. While spirituality is a direct connection to God or to divinity or to nature. So there's a very deep, big difference. We are not talking about religion today. Those people already put themselves in a box. We should leave them there. I have stopped talking about those people for some time now. Anybody can put you in a box, but it's your choice if you choose to remain in that box. So as far as they have decided to remain there, we should leave them there unless they are ready to come out. If they are not ready to come out, they should remain there. I'm talking about people that are looking into spirituality, people that are trying to cross over, people that are on the fringe, or people that are already practicing spirituality, or those ones that are still kind of knocking at the door, those dabblers that are still afraid, one leg in, one leg out, because they don't really understand what is going on in the world of spirits. They have heard so many stories. They are afraid that if they get in, the devil will come and catch their soul, come and tie them down. They have to be doing so many things. Well, they have a right to be scared. The world of spirituality is a very, very big place. It is a very scary place, and it is filled with lots of things. It's like a fantasy world. Everything you can imagine that you could, every bad thing that you can imagine, every abomination you can imagine, every good thing you can also imagine is happening there. Okay, anything the mind can conceive, you can get it in the world of spirituality. So why do people say that spirituality is the part of darkness or the dark side? When we say the dark side, why do ancient people use this term? This term was coined, I don't know, but by ancient sage, because when you come into the path of spirituality, you deal with forces that you cannot really see. You can't see them with the naked eyes. And these are very, very powerful forces. They influence you, they control the physical, but you can't see them. Okay? When we come to the spirit world, we are dealing with abstract ideas. Abstract ideas. We are dealing with thought forms. We are dealing with intangible phenomena most of the time. Phenomena, we are dealing with things of the emotion, things like love. Can you see love? Can you hold love like this pen? It's intangible, but love is one of the greatest forces on this planet. Can you touch it? No. Jealousy, can you hold jealousy? You cannot hold it. Can you hold happiness? You cannot. It's not tangible, it's intangible. So these are abstract ideas. Hatred, locks, fear, hate. When we come to the world of the spirit, we deal with abstract phenomena. These are phenomena that are not tangible. You cannot touch them like this. You cannot hold them. They are not physical. They are invisible, but they are very, very powerful. They are abstract, but they exist. You cannot touch them, but you can feel them. You can feel love. You can feel hate. You can feel emotion. You can feel happiness. You can feel sorrow. You can feel miserable. You can feel elated. You can feel depressed. You can feel happy. You can feel high. These are intangible stuff. Psychology, we call them emotions. And these intangible phenomena, they control the physical state of being. They control the world. They are very strong. So these things is how we humans can get in touch with the spirit world. So that's why the ancient sage called the spirit world the world of darkness, because the things you're dealing with are the things you cannot see with the naked eye, but you can feel them. Okay. So the dark side, it is not the impression of evil people killing people, doing all sort of it's things that you cannot really see. So those things are inherent in every humans, because we humans have the physical side, we have the spiritual part of us. The spiritual side is where we have all these intangible emotions, where you have your feelings of hate, feelings of love, feelings of happiness, feeling of centeredness, fulfillment, hatred, anger, the emotions that we feel, that we walk with us every day. So when you come into the spirit world, you are learning about those intangible things and how to control them, how not to allow them to control you, how to manipulate them, and how to bring them to the physical world. Okay? So that is what we're dealing with. So we are dealing with things of darkness. In essence, we are dealing with the dark side. You can say that we are in the dark, because we cannot really hold these things in the physical form. Okay, so that is one very, very reason for that. So when you come to this dark side now, you now realize that these certain forces, they are part of nature, they are part of us, and they control us. So how do we deal with these forces? In a modern day science, you will see the aspect that they call psychology, psychoanalysis. You have heard of Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung. These two guys are very good psychologists. They are trying to use science to explain spirituality. They are trying to explain how emotions affect us, how these intangible phenomena affect the mind, how they can cause happiness or sadness to the mind. So clinically, what these people do is that they go into the subconscious mind. These emotions are in depth in our subconscious mind. In spirituality, they call it the underworld, the place of our mente. Some people will go as far as to call it hell. Okay, so this subterranean or subconscious mind is where we have our latent emotional influences. This subconscious mind is where our real personality lies, because the influences that they have there is what actually affects the outward personality of the person. So for you to practice spirituality effectively, you should know more about that subconscious mind. Okay, that subconscious mind, that sleeping aspect of you, that soul spark of you. So in the area of spirituality, you try to go deep into the subconscious mind by meditating, shutting out outside interferences, closing your eyes, trying to go deep, trying to still, you hear the mantra, be still and know that I am God, trying to quiet the mind, trying to drop the mind, and connect to that source in order to balance everything inside the person. Then after you have been able to balance that subconscious mind, in science we also say you can try to reformat your mind. Then you begin to focus on the emotions or the parts of you that you want to activate for whatever you want to activate them for. Can be happiness, prosperity, love, or anything you want to do. So this subconscious mind is a very deep innate part of us that is directly connected to the universe. It is the deepest aspect of the human body, the deepest aspect of the soul. You can also call it the dark side. Again, the darkness, the world of darkness, the underworld. Just think of it as the underworld of the soul. Then your outer aspect, like I'm talking to you, this is the upper side of the world. Now, when I shut down and I go inside and I try to focus on myself, I'm going into the underworld of myself. Okay, inside there, when you close your eyes, what you see is darkness. Then your imagination is the only thing that you'll be seeing, visions inside your head. Your mind will be running around with different things that you have experienced or you have collated over time or recently. The essence is to try to separate the mind from the spirit or shut down the mind, because the mind is not you. The mind is just your physical computer that you are using to live your life. So the essence is to separate yourself from the mind, separate yourself from the body, and just focus only on the soul aspect of you. Okay, so this is how we go into the underworld. Okay, so the notion of whereby people are given the impression that you are going into some sort of evil, demonic place where there will be lots of demons and so many bad things is happening. People will be burning, hell, the picture of hell, and some demons will be torturing people, flogging people. That is just the figment of imagination of some evil people or some insane people to control others with fear, to try to create this thing and pass it around like it's real. Okay, what you really have when you try to meditate, you try to focus on quiet on reducing any outside interferences and try to be one with yourself, trying to just focus on that internal primordial life force that is inside you, that so-called divine spark that is inside you. That is what you are just focusing on when you go on meditation. Inside that very point, you are at a full potential. We can say that you are like an ground zero. You are directly connected to the closest source from where you came from. Some people can call it God. Science, we call it 0 point energy. Some people will call it your source. Some people will call it your higher self, your soul, primordial being, whatever. But once you are doing that, you are trying to be one with yourself. You are trying to be whole in spirit and in truth. And what this does for you is that it will give you grounding spiritually. It will give you a kind of a connection to the divinity or wherever you came from. It will connect you directly to that, and it will give you more power over your life. Because by you connecting into that source, you are thereby reducing the influence of outside interferences, distractions, and many people don't want this to happen. Religion don't want this to happen, because if you have this internal connection within you, you will be guided by a force from nature, that original human spirit that came with us, that blueprint of living in harmony with the earth, loving your neighbor by yourself, and living your life for yourself instead of being controlled by other people, instead of listening to other people. You will not do that. So religion hates this. Mainstream religion knows that if people are living like this, they cannot control them. Other men knows that they cannot have power over you. Men that created this religion, governments of the days, so they need to control people. So they don't tell people to focus on that. They tell people that there's an external savior. What you need to do, just believe in this savior, follow us, come to church, come to mosque, give money to us, help us to build our empire, then you'll be fine. So the time, as a result of this, they have to make this natural state of being evil. They have to tell you that meditation is evil. They have to tell you that anything outside their religion is demonic. That if you are practicing meditation, you are actually trying to go into to study to know more about emotion and how to control your emotion. They'll tell you that it's darkness. You are soliciting with demons. You are doing evil things, and you are going to burn forever. So they don't want you to go that way, because if you go that way, they cannot control you. So this is simply the reason for them criticize or categorizing spirituality as evil, as something that is a world of darkness, whereby there are all kinds of demonic entities that depict original elemental deities as demons, and as grotesque, twisted, or horrible, abominable creatures. People create those kind of pictures, and they put those pictures into the head of other people, and they try to promote it. Over time, people believe these kind of images. There is a saying, I don't know who said it, that if it's Mussolini, that if you tell a lie 1,000 times, it eventually becomes the truth. So this is what is happening in the world of spirits. In the spirit world, real spirituality or authentic spirituality has been polluted and bastardized by mainstream religion. In Christianity, the worst offender, the Abrahamic religions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. These three religions from Abraham, they are the caterpillar and canker worms that are destroying the world today. They are the problems we have. The essence of this religion is to control other men, to cut people from their real spirituality. They are the ones that actually created this lie that African spirituality and pagan spirituality is evil and of the devil. They are the one that created the devil. They are the one that caused this distortion into the meaning of spirituality. When you say the spirit, the world of darkness, you are talking about things you cannot see with the naked eyes. How these intangible emotions controls your physical state of being. This is simply the dark side. Okay. So mainstream religion have done a lot of damage simply because they want to control the minds and hearts of people, and they have been successful so far. Right now, they control the world. Many people are still trapped in that mindset, and they come with the white garment, telling themselves and telling other people that they represent the lights. They represent the light. They are clean. They are angels. Anything white is good. Anything black is evil. Why they have to demonize black? Because blackness of black people, Africa, is the source of authentic spirituality. In order for them to reign, they have to demonize the truth. They have to disparage the truth. They have to lie against the truth for them to look good. But when you go inside these mainstream religions, what you're going to find out is that what they are simply doing is that they are micromanaging your spirituality. They are actually making people to become batteries, whereby they just drain your life force, waste your time on this planet. You go to church every Sunday, even 2-3 times a week, pay them a certain amount of your tithes, of your money. You grow this empire, and you create children, and you also teach them this fake thing that they are teaching other people, and also they also use you to propagate and promote the religion, and also spread this religion to entrap other souls. So what you're actually seeing there is a zombie holocaust. Many people watch zombie movies every day. Hollywood promotes a lot of zombie movies, but they don't really know that they are actually zombies in real life, that they are the real zombies. They think that they are actually living They don't know that ever since they were born, they have been put inside a box. So we are actually living in the matrix, exactly as in the movie of Neo and Morpheus, whereby humans are grown and humans are used as batteries. Religion use people as batteries. If you notice, you will find out that the horror movies that are mostly art in the Hollywood are sponsored by Christian people. The Catholic Church make sure they have these horror movies every year to put fear into people, to disparage pagan and distort pagan spirituality, so that people will be running to churches. And they make sure that they make spirituality very, very difficult for hard to they distort it so that people cannot be able to know what is going on there. So people will be afraid. People naturally fear what they can't understand, hate what they can't conquer, according to Nas. DJ said me now. Okay, so people like us have to come outside to explain stuff to people so that people can actually understand what is going on, so that you will not be afraid of spirituality. You will know how to get the right thinking, and you will actually be able to equip yourself with the right knowledge to break yourself from this distortion, to break yourself from this mind control, and to be free. So the essence of us here is to give you empowerment, to empower you. Any spirituality that does not empower you is not a good spirituality. Any spirituality that is a spirituality of fear, that you are afraid of your God, you are afraid of your maker. It's like the God is putting a gun to your head. Love me or you die. Do this or you die. If you don't love me, you don't worship me, you are going to hell. That God is a bully. That God is like an armed robber. That God is a bastard, and it's not worth your time. You are under there as a result of fear. Okay? Spirituality is not a part of fear. Okay? This is what you need to know. So what I'm saying today is that you need to get the right set. You need to understand why we term the spiritual world the dark side, because we are dealing with stuff we cannot see with the naked eyes. And these things, intangible phenomenon, control the physical aspect of you. Okay? So this is the thing that you're going to see. Then inside the spiritual world, we have the underworld. By the underworld, the bad side of spiritual practice. Of course, like every other thing, there's a good and bad side. There's a lot of bad people, fake spiritualists, criminals. They're naturally evil people in this part. Many of them will come to you, tell you that they are the right person, they know what they are doing, they are gurus, they are spiritual masters, they are gods. You should follow them, you should listen to them. When you follow these people, they also tie your spirituality. One thing you need to know is that in the world of spirituality, the most important currency is attention. Okay? In a human world, the most important thing is money, power. In the world of spirits, it's attention. Anything you give your attention grows. So it's little wonder, you should not be surprised. That's why we see we have so many spiritual practices, so many religions out there. What are these religions doing for the world? Most times we don't know. They don't do anything. They are not like science. They don't produce anything. They don't advance the world. They don't evolve the world. But they are all fighting for attention. See Christians fighting for attention, Muslims fighting for attention, Hinduism, all sort of stuff. Everybody, why are they fighting for your attention? Because anything you give your attention grows. You see so many deities, so many spirits, the list is endless. We have so many patrons of gods. Everybody's fighting for your attention. I am the way, the truth, the life. I am this, I am that, I am that. So which one are you going to follow? What are you going to do? You need to ask yourself these questions. Why are all these inanimate or intangible entities fighting for attention? What has that got to do for me? What is in for me? This is because many of them are thought forms. They are created by man, and many of them need control. Many of them need attention in order to survive. Anything you give your attention grows. Okay? So as an intelligent person, when you find yourself in this debacle, The best thing is to do is to focus on yourself. Then everyone, tell all of them to go to hell. Focus on yourself. That's why the first step you need to do in the path of spirituality is to know thyself. Before we start practicing, before we start telling anything, say know thyself, and thou shalt know the gods and all sort of cosmic shits. Okay, so you start from yourself. You don't need to be running after spirit. You keep running after spirits. This is the problem I have with Western occultism. When you see people cracking open grimoire after grimoire after grimoire after grimoire after grimoire, you can never get anything done. You can never get any spirit. You see some people today, they say they invoke this spirit, the next day they invoke this spirit, it's like the phenomenon of jack of all trades, master of none. You will never go anywhere. Okay, you will never go anywhere. You become master of nothing, total nothing, and you just be a riffraff in the spirit world, which is where many of these people is going to end up. The key is to focus on yourself. Study your history, very, very important. Study your people, study yourself, know who you are, what you react to, what you are influenced by. Focus on your position. Who am I in respect, in relationship to the rest of the planets, in relationship to the rest of the people around me? What am I representing? What is my purpose? Who are the people that are oppressing me? Do a SWOT analysis for yourself, for crying out loud. Check your strengths, weakness, opportunities, competitors. As an African person, you must already know how to do SWOT analysis. When you see yourself like this, you see that you have so many enemies all around you. You find out that so many things is going wrong. It's like you are living in a hopeless situation, but somehow you are still alive. However, when there's life, there's hope. So focus on yourself. After you have been able to know who you are, you will know the right deities, the real deities, the person that is saying the truth. Those are the people that you will focus your energy on. So the rest people can go to hell. It doesn't matter who they are, what they are promising. When you get this mentality, you have a holistic mind, then you can be able to stand firm in the spirit world. Your attention is focused on yourself. You will start growing, you will start having a very solid foundational base. And when you interact with other people, other deities, you will have a very solid interaction. Okay, you will be like a force of nature, a living flame, okay, emanating this unstoppable power of light. You'll be like a light force, something like this a precious diamond that is always burning bright. It's just your nature. People will be cherishing you. People will want to covet you. They cannot destroy you. Even if you die, you see who you are. You are still that force. So this is what most of these other people, the dark people, the evil ones, they don't want us to have this realization. They don't want us to reach this level. So their aim is to close us with their darkness, with their false light. Tell you, just relax, everything is going to be okay, just listen to me. I have this beautiful mansion somewhere in the sky, paved with gold and diamonds. If you follow me, if you worship me, you do as I say, you don't go beyond the veil. You don't know about these invisible things. You don't know yourself. You don't master yourself. You will be fine with me forever. Deceive you. It's just pure deceit to waste you, and when you die there, you're not going to see any light. You're just going to be deaf and dumb. It's just to tell you this lovely story just to suck you as a battery and waste you. There is no paradise anywhere. Heaven and hell is up here, state of mind. Okay, it's inside your mind here. You see the people pushing this ideology, they are living the best life. They are living very well. You go to their country, all they have is stolen. These people are naturally thieves. They are maggots. They invented nothing. They have no natural resources, but they are living well more than you that have everything. And they are telling you that if you go to a heaven where you die and you believe in all these things, maybe you deserve to actually suffer, or you have not seen you don't have common sense. So I see this trend with a lot of African people. Many of them have been they have been indoctrinated with this fear that they don't want to step outside the religion. they don't know what is, they don't even want to know, they're afraid of going to hell. As if a coward dies 1,000 times, but the soldier dies only once. Okay, these people, they are cowards. Somehow they have been spiritually bamboozled into a state of knee-jerk reaction to anything that will bring them out of their cage. They will resist it. These ones, there are nothing we can do for them. We see them every day walking around, living. God forbid we should not get unequally yoked with this kind of people. We should be very careful. As a conscious person, you need to be very, very aware with the kind of people you bring to your space, kind of people you bring as friends. People that have this zombie mentality, their sole aim is to bring you down. If they see that you are not thinking like them, they hate you. They see that you are not living like them, they hate you, they criticize you for not following their religious guidelines. These are some of the people we see in America that are trying to force other people to take their rights of abortion. If you don't want to do abortion, and you live by yourself, you should not say everybody should not have access to abortion. Who the hell are you? These are the people imposing their religious view on the rest of the world. Are you the mother and father of all of everybody? But why do you feel you have the moral authority to impose yourself on all other people? This is what religion have been doing. Religion will say, because I don't drink and smoke, nobody should drink and smoke. Because I don't do this, nobody should do it. Who the hell are you to do that? You don't have that right to do that. You don't even know what you are doing. You have been brainwashed. So many problems. So the dark side remains the intangible aspects of reality that we can't see with the naked eye. When you come into the world of spirituality, you are dealing with this stuff. That's why we call it the dark side. Okay? The underworld is the world of the subterranean in the mind. In the spirit world, we have the astral plane, all sort of bad stuff, anything you can imagine is there. So as a person that wants to go into spirituality, to avoid all these distractions, all these things fighting for your attention, focus on yourself. Okay? Start with the study of your history, the real history, not the whitewash version. I keep saying this. Okay? I keep repeating myself. There's nothing to say more than this. Start from there. Know yourself and you shall know all sort of cosmic bullshit. Know thyself and thou shalt know the gods. When you focus on that, then you will know where to go, who to follow, who not to follow, who is telling lie and who is telling the truth. You will know all these things and you shall be one with the gods. Okay? So this is the simple fact of solving the matter. When they say dark side, the dark side is really a fallacy. This world is just a kingdom of flames. For people that, like us, that have been in the spiritual path, we see this world as a war front. It's like a war zone. As a war zone, all is fair in love and war. Everybody, everything is fighting for your attention. You go outside, you see a lot of advertisements. Everybody wants your attention. Buy my products, listen to me, do what I say, come here, eat here. Everybody is just dragging you. You need to survive. What are you doing? You also drag people too. So it's not a matter of will versus will, strong versus the weak. Every day is a constant struggle. You need to find peace in this struggle. You need to find your purpose in this struggle. You need to find your sense of bearing in this struggle, where you belong and what are you exactly doing. What is your purpose in life apart from making money? What are you really here to do? Is it to suck up to religion? Is it to come and suffer and die? Is it to come to become the slaves of other human beings? Is it to come and be wearing bow straits on your head forever, buying, consuming, without producing anything? You need to ask yourself some fundamental, painful questions. Okay? You need to readjust your life. These are the things we do in spirituality. It's attitude adjustment. There's a lot of attitude adjustment here. From this underworld, we will go to another place we call the shadow world, where you confront your real self, your shadow self. Your shadow self is composed of the uh, deepest aspects of you, those secret things, those bad things that have happened to you, those difficult situations that have affected you, that have caused scar on your spirit, on your soul. When people do bad things to you, people disappoint you, when you experience difficulty growing up, you have this dent in your spirits, and if you don't know how to treat them, it becomes part of you. It now kind of deforms your character. You see some people, they come from abused parents' home, or child abuse. It can be molestation, it can be dejection, neglection. Due to that kind of thing, they now, it has affected their personality in life. Later on in life, things become better, but due to that traumatic experience, they cannot behave well or relate well with the environment or with other people. Most times, these people will kind of bottle this emotion, these problems, and they just try to compartmentalize it and forget like it never happened, and they want to live life. But as they are living, it affects their behavior. When you come to the world of the spirits, we have to deal with those bottled up emotions, because those bottled up emotions later becomes demons or things that are affecting you in life. Okay, so when you are now focused on coming to spirituality, one of the first things you will do is to face your shadow self. You have to go deep in meditation, and bring up those experiences that have affected you that you did not properly close. You have to bring them out, replay them, then you have to let them go so that they will stop influencing you. Okay, you have to let them go. We do this by meditating. Meditating is a way of going into ourselves, to attune with our real self, and also to attune with nature. We do this with different ways. It can be simply just sitting down like me, cross-legged, and remain silent for as long as possible. It involves you breathing, doing breathing techniques, breathing very, very deep and very slowly as point in time. It can also involve you making intonations, names of deity, or just simply positive affirmations. Okay, there are different type of meditation. We have chakra meditation, we have transcendental meditation, we have tantric meditation, we have all sorts of meditations. That I have talked about some before, some of my older videos, but I think I will. Somebody's asking me how to do meditations. I will do another video on that soon. There are so many type of meditations you can do. African meditations. First thing you want to do in the area of meditation, you need to get a bead. Most times we use the Buddha beads, 108 beads. If you cannot get 108 beads, you can use rosary, or you can use a Muslim prayer bead. The essence of this bead is just for focus your attention. So it does not matter if they say Christianity or Islam. You just need something to be rolling in your hands to count rotation. It's like a counting device. Think of it like that. Okay. So you can decide to hold these beads and be calling the name of the deity you want to make contact with over and over and over and over and over. The essence is to try to drop your mind by repeating a certain word again and again. You try to drop consciousness from this physical reality into your subterranean mind or subconscious mind. So the essence is to drop it there. When you drop it there, you become totally still. It is kind of a reset. Then that is the point you want to go. Then you listen carefully. You will start hearing your body vibrate. Then you might fall into a state of trance. This is a place whereby we can get answers to questions. We can also make contact with some deities that are trying to contact us. I call it the crossroad. When you drop into that trance state, you can start hearing voices, or you can start seeing things. So there's a technique for doing that. I have addressed this in a previous video, very old video. I will do it again in a new video. So on the spiritual path, you need to be doing this kind of thing from time to time. Okay, to reset your mind, to calm down. It also helps to reduce stress, distractions from everyday problems of life. It's like you trying to cool down to separate yourself. So it's a very good aspect of life. Constant meditation is very, very necessary. Okay, it helps to reset the mind, reset the body, reset the spirit and the soul. Okay, so the dark side is this aspect of things we do not see with the naked eyes that control us. Okay, so you should look at it like that. It is not an evil place the way people depict things to be done that you see in movies. Okay, most of the deities that we have in African spirituality, most of them have been distorted and twisted into scary looking creatures by Western spiritualists and Western magicians for the same reasons that they want people to be afraid of these deities. They don't want people to contact the deities. So they have to make them look ugly. They have to use every filament of their imagination to contort and twist and turn these creatures into caricatures and give the road right all sort of lies about this. Same way they do to us black people, they do it to our deities. The same thing they did to us, calling us niggers, negroes, all sort of bad names. We are this, we are that, we are that. We are good for all. And the same way they're stealing us blind. The same thing to do to the spirit. They will distort the spirit and they still want to make contact with the spirits. This is another thing I want to go into again. When you go into Western magic, you grab a grimoire. The first one that we tell you is the Goetia or the Gotia. The 72 kings. You get that is where they all start from. They will tell you about the Necronomicon. They will tell you about the Solomonic magic seals of Saturn and the rest. Then you start reading these books. They will tell you about a king, a this and that and that and that, many legions. You don't know where this spirit come from, but they want you to call on this. Why are they hiding, holding back so many informations about these spirits? Why are you hiding the source of these spirits? Another question. Question bringing questions. When you begin to go deeper, you begin to trace these deities. You can trace many of them to Africa. You can trace some to Samaria. You find out that some of them are just simply made up, like Baphomets, simply made up by Elephant Levy. People are thinking that that is a real thing, that is now the picture of the devil. Something that somebody just made up by himself, just the way I give this guy an hank now. So we see different things when you begin to go deep. For you to break out all these distractions once again, you need to focus on yourself. Okay, start with yourself. Once you know who you are, you know your African history, nobody can tell you any bullshit. Nobody can bring any book and write lies telling you to go here, go there, go there. You will not be easily deceived. You will not even be deceived. You know who you are. Nobody can tell you who you are. That self-confidence, that power, this is what they don't want us to have. This is what they don't want you to have. Because if you have it, it's game over. They cannot control you anymore. Okay? They cannot make money from you anymore. You can no longer be their mental slave. So this is the struggle they are doing to hide, to distort, to do all the rubbish they are doing. So this is the empowerment I'm talking about on this channel. Things you need to know about spirituality. You should not be afraid of it. You should embrace it and you should go inside. Those people that are still dabbling, that are coming to a channel thinking, what is this guy doing? You're one leg in, one leg out. It's either you step in, you step up, or you step out. Okay, you just be there wasting your time on this planet. Those people that just want to come to use somebody like a tool, you don't really want to learn anything about this stuff. You will continue to be like that. You're wasting money all the time. Maybe that is what you want. So this thing is very simple, very easy to understand. I hope I have been able to clear it out for you in this video. Okay, so I think we have done like 49 minutes on this chat. I don't want it to pass more than 50 minutes at least at a time. So I hope that I've been able to make this clear today. I'll be trying to be doing this every Sunday. By this time, next time, I'll create a schedule so that more people will come on the chat. Okay. Questions and comments are welcome as usual. Please like and share my videos. If you are interested in learning more about African spirituality, inner workings, how to do spells and stuff, register at my website www.kindoki.net. It's there. You're free to register. Then you can also contact me on my email. My information is always under my videos. Please don't go and give anybody information on the comment section. There are one bloody scammer there giving Nigerian number to people, giving his phone number. That is me. If you see anybody calling himself Dr. Sam, I don't do that. I have only one phone number, my UK phone number, the one you see on my screen. That is the only number. Anybody you see there is a bloody criminal, please report that person, report them to me, and that person will soon meet their demise. Okay, so you are free to contact me directly and share the channel. Don't hide the channel, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. With that being said, I wish you a very, very wonderful Sunday, and take care and peace.